Hello and welcome to Squatchbot.com. I'm Darren Smith, and on this episode I have ventured back to Road 426, an area just outside of Oakhurst, California, near Bass Lake. This area has had a history of roadside crossings, and since I've moved to this area, I have been approached by no less than 5 locals who have claimed to have seen a Sasquatch crossing the road in this particular location. Since I've been investigating this area, I have encountered some interesting things. Besides the audio recordings that my niece and I captured one evening, I've also noticed a number of game trails in this area that are well groomed of hanging brush. There's a number of researchers out there that believe that Sasquatch will actually groom game trails. This will allow them to move quickly and quietly through the forest when in search of prey or when eluding humans. When investigating an area, it's always a good idea to find out where the water sources are. For reasons unknown, Sasquatch seem to like to travel along waterways, and it's also a great location to find tracks. When you are conducting an investigation of a location, it is very beneficial to do a thorough surveying of that area, and to create a detailed personalized map of that area, noting all the game trails, water sources, and other items of interest you encounter. By conducting this thorough search of an area, you are much more likely to come across physical evidence, and it'll also help you significantly in anticipating animal movement through the area. I use a Garmin GPS unit that has a built-in camera. This device will create a personalized map using the photographs that I take with the unit, and I can customize this map using an array of icons that are provided. However, you don't need a fancy gadget to accomplish this task. And although Google Earth can be very helpful at familiarizing you to an area, there is no substitute for an on-site inspection. 'Tis the season to go squatching. Yes, actually winter is a great time to go looking for Sasquatch. Now that the leaves have fallen, there's a lot less brush and you can see greater distances. And now that the temperatures are much lower, there's a lot less human activity in the forest, which means the Sasquatch can move around more freely. On a previous episode, I shared with you the interesting rock stacks that I have found appearing next to my game cameras. When you're investigating an area, it's also a good idea to get off trail and go in search of interesting stick structures. There's a number of researchers out there who have devoted quite a bit of their research to the interesting stick structures they are finding deep in the woods. I myself have encountered numerous stick structures that defied explanation. Most of these occurred in Wisconsin, of all places. Regarding the stick structures, unfortunately, like my rock stacks, it is very difficult to rule out human activity. In fact, just recently I was reading an article on the internet about a religious organization that would go deep into the forest and create teepee-like stick structures to perform ritualistic ceremonies. Unfortunately, these stick structures were not being disassembled, and they very much resemble the stick structures Sasquatch researchers are encountering. However, not all stick structures are easily explained, and some of them could be quite subtle. The best advice I can give is, if you encounter anything out of the norm, document it. Among the hundreds of messages I have received from you, I've also received a number of messages from individuals who were concerned for my personal safety while out in the field. To those individuals, I'd like to extend a special thank you. Your concerns are duly noted. And for those individuals who are interested in becoming involved in Sasquatch research, it's very important for you to understand that there are risks involved. And it's equally important for you to understand what those risks are and how to minimize them. It's late at night, and I'm still out in the field near Road 426, and I just heard what sounded like a large branch landing in very close proximity to me. Sasquatch will often throw rocks or branches at researchers in an attempt to get them to move out of the area. Using my FLIR night vision technology, I can't see anything that leads me to believe that there's a Sasquatch in the area, and this was probably just a branch falling from a tree. However, it has definitely increased the excitement level to my nighttime investigation. Could this be a Sasquatch peering out from behind a tree? Probably not, but for sure I will be spending a lot more time investigating this area. I'm Darren Smith, and I'll see you here next time at squatchspot.com.